Hey everyone, Jackie Chan here. Get ready for some serious action. Legendary style. We're diving into the world of Chinese mythical creatures. These aren't your average fairy tale creatures, no sir. We're talking about powerful beings, magical stories and ancient wisdom. These creatures are more than just legends. They're super important in Chinese culture, from art and stories to what people believe every day. We're talking dragons, phoenixes, magical foxes and a whole lot more. So buckle up because we're about to explore a world of wonder and excitement. Get ready to meet creatures that'll make you believe in the impossible. First up, we've got the big guy, the legend himself, the Chinese dragon. Now forget those fire-breathing, treasure-hoarding dragons from the West. These dragons are different. They're like the wise kung fu masters of the mythical world. They're all about power, wisdom, and good luck. Imagine a creature that's long and snake-like with 4 legs and the ability to control water, wind, and fire. They're not about destruction, they're about balance and harmony. They bring rain for the crops, protect people, and symbolize good luck. Trust me, you want a Chinese dragon on your side. Next up, we've got a creature that's as beautiful as it is powerful. The phoenix. Imagine a bird, but not just any bird. This one's rocking feathers of every color you can imagine, like a rainbow exploded on its back. And when it flies, whoa, it's like a graceful dance across the sky. But the phoenix is more than just a pretty face. It represents balance and harmony, the yin and yang. It's a symbol of rebirth, rising from ashes, stronger than ever. When you see the phoenix, you know good times are coming. It's a sign of peace and prosperity, a reason to celebrate. All right, so you think you've seen it all, huh? Dragons, phoenixes, now get ready for the nine-tailed fox. This isn't your average fox, no sir. This mythical creature is known for being clever and its ability to change its shape. Legend has it this fox can transform into a beautiful woman, or even a handsome man. Can you imagine that? One minute you're talking to a beautiful stranger, the next minute, bam! You're looking into the eyes of a nine-tailed fox. Tricky, tricky. But hey, don't let the whole shape-shifting thing fool you. This fox is also a symbol of wisdom, protection, and guidance. Some even say they bring good luck. But just like with any powerful creature, you gotta be careful. They can be mischievous, even dangerous, if you're not careful. So keep your wits about you. This fox is all about balance, you know? They represent the two sides of life, good and bad, yin and yang. They teach us that things aren't always what they seem. And sometimes the most beautiful faces can hide the most surprising secrets. Next up we have the qilin. Now this creature is a real beauty. It's like someone took all the best parts of different animals and put them together. Imagine a deer, a dragon, maybe even a little bit of lion, all rolled into one magnificent beast. That's the qilin. This creature is all about good vibes only. It represents good fortune, prosperity, and wisdom. You see a qilin, you know good things are coming your way. It's like finding a lucky penny, but 1,000 times better. Now, the qilin is a peaceful creature. It's said that they can walk on grass without bending a single blade, and they're so gentle they wouldn't even hurt a fly. They're like the pacifists of the mythical world, always promoting peace and harmony. They say the qilin only appears during times of peace and prosperity or at the birth of a wise ruler. So if you ever spot a qilin, you know you're in a good place, my friend. It's a sign that things are going your way. Hold on tight, because we're about to meet the Pixiu. Now this creature is a real protector. Imagine the head of a mighty dragon, the body of a powerful lion, and wings to soar through the heavens. That's the Pixiu. This creature is all about bringing good luck, protection, and wealth. They say the Pixiu is a fierce guardian, always watching out for its owner, keeping away evil spirits and negative energy. Now, here's the interesting part. The Pixiu is a bit of a foodie, but it only has one way in and no way out. That means it can gobble up all the good fortune and wealth you can handle, but it can't let any of it escape. Talk about a good investment. No wonder people love to have Pixiu statues in their homes and businesses. It's like having a personal bodyguard for your good luck. So if you're looking for a little extra fortune and protection, the Pixiu might just be your new best friend. All right, so we've had dragons, phoenixes, even a rabbit on the moon, but now we're getting into some spooky stuff, like those old kung fu movies with the hopping vampires. They're called Jiangshi, and they're like the original zombies, but with a lot more style. These guys are dressed to impress even in death. They wear these official Qing dynasty robes, but don't let the fancy clothes fool you. They're still stiff as a board. And forget about walking, these guys get around by hopping. It's kind of funny to watch, like a zombie doing a pogo stick competition. But hey, don't laugh too hard. These Jiangshi are seriously creepy. They're said to be corpses reanimated by evil spirits, and they're always hungry for qi. That's like your life force. So if you ever see a hopping vampire in a Qing dynasty outfit, don't just stand there. Run. Or better yet, call a Taoist priest. They'll know what to do. So remember, next time you're watching a kung fu movie, and you see a bunch of guys hopping around in robes, that's not a dance-off, that's a Jiangshi attack, and trust me, you don't want to be around for that. So you think you got a big appetite? Well, you haven't met Taoti. This mythical creature is all about one thing, eating. Seriously, this guy makes a buffet look like a light snack. He's always hungry, like always. Imagine the biggest, baddest eating contest you've ever seen, and then multiply that by 1,000. Now, you might be thinking, what does this toddy even look like? Well, picture this, a fearsome animal mask, the kind you might see in a temple with a big, scary face, and these huge, bulging eyes that just scream, "Feed me!" It's enough to give anyone nightmares. But here's the thing about Taoti. He's not just some scary monster. He's a symbol of greed and excess. The ancient Chinese put him on bronze containers called dings to remind themselves not to overindulge. It's like a warning. Don't be like Taoti, always wanting more. So next time you're tempted to eat that extra slice of cake, remember Taoti, the ever-hungry beast. He's a reminder that sometimes enough is enough. And trust me, you don't want to end up with a face like his. Okay, so we've met some pretty intense creatures so far, right? Dragons, hopping vampires, even a monster with an endless appetite. But now, let's talk about something a little more adorable. Meet the jade rabbit, or Yutu, the cuddliest resident of the moon. This one's got fur as white as snow, and it shimmers like jade. Instead of carrots, this rabbit makes the elixir of immortality. The jade rabbit is a symbol of selflessness and sacrifice. The god rewarded it with a place on the moon. Even the smallest creatures can have the biggest hearts. Okay, so we've got this bird, right? But it's not just any bird, it's the golden crow, the jinwu. 3 legs, feathers of gold, hangs out with the sun. This isn't some pigeon eating your leftover noodles. This is a VIP of the sky. Now, you'd think one sun is enough, yeah? Nope, this story starts with 10 of these guys, all sons of the Jade Emperor himself. Talk about a bright family reunion. So these young crows, they got bored. Imagine being stuck in a palace all day, even a heavenly one. They decided, hey, let's go for a fly, check out the human world. But 10 suns all at once? That's not a day at the beach. That's a recipe for disaster. Crops withered, rivers dried up, people were sweltering. The Jade Emperor, he's hearing all these complaints, right? Not good for business. So he calls in this legendary archer, Hu Yi. This guy's got skills, could hit a fly off a dumpling from a mile away. The Emperor hands him a magic bow and says, fix this mess, but be careful. How? He shoots down 9 of the suns, leaving just 1. The moral of the story? Too much of a good thing can be bad. Just like my movies, too much action and you miss the story. Balance, my friends, balance. Okay, so we've got this bird, right? It's the golden crow, the jinwu. 3 legs, feathers of gold, hangs out with the sun. Now you'd think 1 sun is enough, yeah? Nope. This story starts with 10 of these guys, all sons of the Jade Emperor himself. Too much of a good thing can be bad. Now this guy, this is my kind of character. Sun Wukong, the Monkey King, born from a magic stone, super strong, can transform into anything, 72 different things. Can you believe it? He could turn into a fly, a tree, even a beautiful woman. Not that I need to, of course. This Monkey King, he wasn't afraid of anything. He went down to the Dragon King's palace and demanded a magic staff. went up to heaven, caused havoc, declared himself the great sage equal to heaven. Now, the Jade Emperor, he wasn't too thrilled about this monkey business. He tried to give Sun Wukong a fancy title, thinking it would calm him down. But Sun Wukong, he saw right through it. He knew they were just trying to keep him quiet. So he rebelled, big time. This monkey, he was fighting for freedom, for doing things his own way. Reminds me of someone I know. In the end, Buddha himself had to step in and teach the Monkey King a lesson. But even then, Sun Wukong, he never backed down from a challenge. He learned his lesson, became a protector, and got his own epic journey in the story Journey to the West. Now that's a story worth telling. All right, picture this, a white tiger, majestic, right? Now give it wings, boom! We've got ourselves a bays. This isn't your average house cat, my friends. This creature is all about wisdom, seeing through illusions, and knowing your heart better than your mama's cooking. Legends say the bays appeared to the Yellow Emperor, the first ruler of China. Imagine that meeting. The emperor was trying to bring peace and order to the land, but there were so many strange and dangerous creatures causing trouble. The bays, with its wisdom, helped the emperor understand these creatures, their strengths and weaknesses. See, the bays could see right through you, not just your thoughts, but your true intentions. It could tell if you were lying, if you were kind, or if you were about to try some sneaky business. Think of it like a living lie detector, but way cooler. This creature became a symbol of protection, of guidance, and of knowing the difference between right and wrong. It reminds us that appearances can be deceiving, and true wisdom comes from understanding ourselves and others. Just like in my movies, sometimes the bad guy isn't who you think it is. The four-eyed bird, whoa, this guy's got eyes everywhere. He's like the security camera of Chinese mythology, always watching, always observing. But don't worry, he's not spying on you, he's too busy inventing things. Legend says this brainy bird, also known as Qiongqi, used his four eyes to study the world around him. He looked at the stars, the mountains, even the footprints in the sand. And you know what he created? The Chinese writing system. Can you imagine? This feathery friend gave birth to thousands of characters, each one a little masterpiece. Talk about a stroke of genius. So next time you're struggling to learn Chinese, just remember the four-eyed bird. He believed in the power of observation, in finding wisdom in the everyday. And hey, if a bird can create a language, anything is possible, right? Hold on to your seaweed, folks, because we're diving deep into the world of Jiao Ren. These aren't your average sing-along with a crab kind of mermaids. These mythical creatures are known for their beauty, their grace, and their incredible talent for weaving. Imagine silk so fine, so delicate it makes a spider web look like a construction zone. That's what the Jiao Ren are famous for. They say their tears can transform into precious pearls, each one a symbol of their pure hearts. But don't let their beauty fool you. These mermaids are fierce protectors of the sea. They guard the ocean's secrets and watch over its creatures with a watchful eye. They remind us to respect the balance of nature, to cherish the beauty that surrounds us. So next time you're at the beach, take a moment to listen to the waves. You never know. You might just hear the enchanting song of the Jiao Ren, weaving their magic beneath the waves. Get ready for a creature so massive, so awe-inspiring, it'll blow your mind. The Kunpeng, my friends, is the ultimate transformer. We're not talking about cars turning into robots here. We're talking about a fish transforming into a giant bird. Imagine a creature so big it makes a whale look like a goldfish. That's the kun, a fish that swims the depths of the ocean, its fins like sails billowing in the current. But hold on. This big fish has even bigger dreams. With a mighty flap of its wings, the kun transforms into the peng, a bird so colossal it can block out the sun. This feathered giant soars to unimaginable heights, riding the winds of change and possibility. The Kunpeng teaches us that limitations are self-imposed. It's a symbol of transformation, of embracing our potential and pushing beyond our perceived boundaries. So remember, if a fish can fly, anything is possible. All right, so we've met some pretty cool creatures so far, right? Dragons, phoenixes, even a rabbit making medicine on the moon. But now we got to talk about Qiongqi. This guy, not so friendly. Imagine a tiger, or maybe a lion with these huge, powerful wings. Looks intimidating, yeah. Now, Qiongqi is all about chaos. He likes to stir up trouble, cause arguments. You know, the kind of guy who crashes your party and eats all the dumplings. Not cool, Qiongqi, not cool. But there's a lesson here. See, Qiongqi reminds us to be aware, to stay strong in what we know is right. Don't let bad influences lead you astray. Just like in Kung Fu, you've got to stay balanced, focused, and always fight for what's good. Remember that, okay? Good. Let's move on to something a little less bitey. Have you ever looked up at a solar eclipse and wondered what's going on? Well, the ancient Chinese have a story for that. Meet Tiangou, a celestial canine with a big appetite. Now, Tiangou can appear as a black dog or sometimes even a fiery meteor. But here's the thing. This hungry pup isn't trying to hurt anyone. You see, when Tiangou takes a bite out of the sun or the moon, it's actually trying to restore balance. Just like yin and yang, everything needs harmony. So next time you see an eclipse, don't panic. Think of it as Tiangou doing his part to keep the universe in check. It's all about finding balance, just like in martial arts. Too much of anything can be bad. You got to find that sweet spot, you know? All right, enough about eclipses. Let's dive into the next creature. We've seen some impressive creatures, but now get ready for the owl. This giant turtle is all about strength and perseverance. Imagine a creature so big it carries mountains on its back. That's the owl. Now, this isn't just any turtle. The owl is connected to the goddess Nuwa. You remember her, right? Created humans from clay. Legend says that after Nuwa fixed the sky, she used the legs of a giant owl to hold everything up. Talk about a tough turtle. The owl reminds us to be steady, reliable, like a rock. Life throws challenges our way, but we got to stay strong. Keep moving forward, just like the owl carrying its heavy burden. Slow and steady wins the race, my friend. Remember that. Now, who's ready for another story? All right, we're talking about the bash today. This creature is a giant snake, and I mean giant. Imagine a snake so big it can swallow an elephant in one gulp. That's the bash. Crazy, huh? This snake isn't just some big noodle, though. The bash represents something deeper, something about us humans. It stands for greed, that feeling you get when you want more and more, even if you don't need it. Like that time I tried to eat all the dumplings in Chinatown. But hey, the bash also reminds us that things aren't always so simple. Sometimes good and bad get tangled up, and it's hard to tell what's right. Like in that movie, who was the bad guy again? Doesn't matter. Point is, life is tricky. So next time you see a big plate of noodles and think about eating it all, remember the bash. Maybe share some with your friends, eh? It's always better to be on the good side, trust me. Now let's move on. Chapter 20. Black Tortoise, Shell-Shocked. Hey everyone, Jackie Chan here. We're back with another amazing Chinese mythical creature, and this one's a real heavy hitter. Let me introduce you to the Black Tortoise, one of the 4 symbols of the Chinese constellations. Now, this isn't any ordinary turtle, you know. This guy's got the body of a turtle, representing longevity and stability, but with a twist. He's got the head of a snake, which in Chinese culture symbolizes wisdom and cunning. And get this, his tail? It's a snake too. Talk about double the trouble. They say this incredible creature guards the north, protecting it from evil spirits and bad vibes. You see those ancient Chinese tombs? They often have images of the black tortoise to protect the souls of the emperors. They believed this powerful creature could ward off evil and ensure peace in the afterlife. Now that's what I call dedication. So next time you see a turtle, remember the black tortoise, a symbol of strength, wisdom and protection. He's a reminder that even in the face of danger, we can overcome any obstacle with a little bit of turtle power. Chapter 21. Bifang Niao. One leg to stand on, all right. Folks, get ready to meet a creature that's one of a kind. This is the Bifang Niao, a mythical bird from ancient Chinese legends. Now, this isn't your average pigeon, no sir. This bird's got style, with feathers that shimmer like 1,000 jewels, and a voice that could charm the scales off a dragon. But here's the kicker. The Beifang Niao only has one leg. Can you imagine hopping around on one leg all day? Must be tough. But don't let that fool you. This bird is a symbol of good luck and prosperity. They say if you see a Beifang Niao, good fortune is heading your way. But there's more to this bird than meets the eye. Legend has it that the Beifang Niao's cry was a warning of fire. Imagine that, a fire alarm with feathers. It's a reminder to always be prepared and to respect the power of nature. So remember the Beifang Niao, the one-legged wonder bird. He's a symbol of good luck, a harbinger of fire, and a reminder that even with one leg, you can still soar to great heights. Chapter 22. Outro. Well, folks, we've reached the end of our journey through the fantastic world of Chinese mythical creatures. We've seen some amazing beasts, from dragons that control the weather to phoenixes that rise from the ashes. We've met trickster spirits, wise guardians, and creatures that defy imagination. These creatures are more than just stories. They're a reflection of Chinese culture, values, and beliefs passed down through generations. They teach us about the balance of nature, the importance of wisdom and courage, and the power of good versus evil. So keep these stories alive. Share them with your friends, your family, even your pet turtle. And remember, the next time you see a crane in the sky or a fish leaping in the water, think of the mythical creatures we've encountered. This is Jackie Chan signing off. And remember, stay curious, stay adventurous, and always believe in the impossible.